Hi, it's Jeff. I wanted to talk today about a couple of terms that we have used in past videos, and you've probably seen in different social media: awake and aware. Um, there's a lot of ambiguity around these terms, and they tend to get kind of new agey and undefined. So I just want to speak to that a little bit today. So becoming awake or awakened, waking up, uh, this is when you get to a place where you can start to either self-directed or you've become educated or spoke to someone who has some wisdom to share, and you start to see the stress, where the energy goes in your life, and you, this is the key point, are able to articulate that. So you can look around in your life and you can start to see where the stress, the pain, the trauma, the hurt, all this different stuff comes at you, where it's coming from, being honest about it. And you can start to see where your energy, your daily energy, goes out to either combat that stress or maintain pushing that pain down, or whatever it is to just get through the day. You start to see those flows and where this stuff is happening in your life, where the pain is coming from, being honest about it. That's waking up to what is happening around you, which leads to becoming aware, which is how that which you are now awakened to impacts you and changes and affects your life daily. That stress, that pain, that depleted energy, how that shapes your life, channels the choices that you make, and kind of, warps your creativity and energy levels and all these different things, just trying to maintain and get through the day. Um, so once you are aware of that, and again, these are things that you can speak to and articulate. Once you become aware of how all this is affecting your life, it's one of those things that you kind of can't unsee. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so then you start to look around and really get critical of these dynamics or relationships that are happening in your life, and saying this pain is coming in or this stress is coming in and all this energy is going out, and why am I continuing to do this? And when you can speak to it openly and pull it out into the light, uh, then change really starts to happen, and quite rapidly. This is when people just kind of take a look around and say, I'm just not interested in drinking anymore. This is what happened to Doreen and I. We didn't make a conscious choice to stop drinking alcohol. We just kind of did. Just didn't seem like what we wanted to do anymore. We didn't make a conscious choice to eat a specific way and really focus on plant-based power foods. That just became the most agreeable thing to us physically. And we started recognizing that the foods we ate, they were hurting us, and we could speak to that. And so we stopped eating them and started eating those instead. It wasn't a conscious decision that discipline played a part in to maintain a specific diet. We just stayed away from the stress and the pain, and we followed what seemed right. So when you become aware of where that pain and those stress comes from, it can lead you to bigger realizations too. Like bigger, more impactful relationships in your life can get called into question when you honestly look at them and say, wow, all this stress and this pain from this one individual who's very close to me. And you wrestle with that for a while. And that can lead to huge changes. All parts of your life come into question when you become awake and aware and take the time to look critically and carefully at your own life. And the best way to begin this journey, to wrap this whole thing up, meditation. Learning how to calm the body, separate the self from the ego and the body, and observe everything. and you start to see those stresses, and you start to see those worries, and you start to see those insecurities in your life, or the pain in your past, you start to see that much more clearly from an observational point of meditation. And then, yeah, you can start making some actual critical judgments when you can begin to spell it out specifically what's happening to you and why. Then the choices become obvious, and watch out, world. This is why we say that becoming awake and aware can be kind of dangerous. It can lead to some self-realizations that kind of just move you into a place of change that you never expected to be. So that's what I want to talk about here, what it means to be awake and aware, and kind of just a quick summary or overview of how that part of our journey has worked. So thanks.